dating is taking someone out on multiple dates and getting to know them. Okay, hey y'all, it is your girl K to the On Dare to Talk Season 4. I'm here with my guest Jasmine.
Hi y'all.
I am so excited because I feel like I've been on this like momentum with guests, and so I'm like very excited to have all my friends on and to talk about it. I feel like these are things we talk about not recorded, and so to hear other people's opinion about it's going to be quite interesting. Yeah. I felt like a lot of my guests have been very good so far as making me think about different things and aspects that we'll get into. But Jasmine, introduce yourself. Tell the people, who are you?
Hey y'all, I'm Khadijah's homegirl. We started off as like work colleagues, and now we have blossomed into this wonderful friendship.
Beautiful flower.
It's such a beautiful flower. We're growing it each and every day, and I love it. So y'all, I'm so excited to be here with y'all.
Nice. Okay, so I know people ask this question, and 10 times out of 10, it's like not a genuine thing, but I genuinely mean this when I ask, how are you? And be as honest as your spirit needs you to be.
It is Sunday. Well, I think I'm doing really well.
That's good.
There was a moment, and you were there for it, where it's just very like difficult, really just be over everything. And
talk about it, sister.
Girl, oh my God, oh brother. But I have been like really good and just really stepping into my purpose and blossoming, doing the things I said I was gonna do. And it's been working out so far. So just being consistent has really helped me.
Yay, that's good. So and also feel free to be like, Khadijah, fuck off. But what is something that you feel like, what allowed you to kind of step into your purpose? Like what changed, I guess?
Okay, well, we did not work at the best place in that environment.
Notice how everybody has the same rooted trauma. Notice how nobody's making this up. I survived Southside.
No, very much. That needs to be
the documentary is coming out very soon. I'm telling you.
Surviving blank. We can't put it out there, but baby. But just going through that traumatic experience helped me realize, like, okay, actually, maybe being in the classroom is not something that I want to do. And
that's can we talk about it? That's a real thing. You could get into something and it'd be like, you know what, this is not for me. And I think, did you do it right out of college?
Yes.
See, same. That's how they trap you.
That's definitely how they trap you. That's how they get you. But I also feel like college don't set you up for real. Like they just be like, oh, come to school, and they don't let you know that there's so many opportunities that you can be doing.
So many.
Being in that environment, realizing, okay, I can do a lot of y'all's jobs, right? I could do a lot of y'all's jobs. And I don't even have the experience y'all have. So let me go to school, right? Let me get the information I need to get so I can go and make other people's like jobs better. So that's what started put the battery in my back to go back to school. I'm in grad school. I go to U of H.
Yeah, turn up.
So business administration with a concentration in human resources. So I am just really loving the information that I'm getting from being in those classrooms, because it's the things that they don't tell you, right? Yeah. They just be like, oh, go to work. But they don't tell you the rights that we have. They don't tell you, the things that they can't do, blah, blah, blah. So being in that, having that experience making me want to transition into something else has definitely helped me like step into, okay, Jasmine, you really can do other things. You don't have to be tied down to that. So that has definitely helped me just focus on something besides that. Getting a new job.
Period.
That has been like, oh, girl, it's really not supposed to be traumatic.
It's not.
So that has helped me, and just being really like maintaining my friendships, and it's all just starting to flow together. Yeah. We're still trying to work on the love part of life.
I'm burning up, by the way. I don't know what it is, but I'm literally hot as shit. No. But I think that's a valid point. I think when you think of coming out of college, first of all, and I feel like this is something people did not talk about. They traumatized us as far as like, you'll be lucky to get a salary paid job. And so for teachers, I think like they know what they're doing. They get you fresh out of college. They waive like this salary. I think when I first started education, I think I made $48,000 a year.
Wow, that's insane.
That was
10 more than you.
Okay.
That's insane.
Okay.
No, but no, just no.
Because I started in the Stone Age.
Yeah, you did. She did.
Okay. All right. But I literally started out making 48, and I say all that to say, when you start out and somebody throws that salary at you, when you're getting zero or you're getting nothing, that sounds so astronomical. It
sounds amazing.
It's like, oh shoot, like that's nice, and it's like, no, girl, you can do so much more. I think, like you mentioned, like I've known people that started in HR or that's done corporate and gone to different kind of like worlds or different, I don't want to say mediums, but different working atmospheres or environments and have done really well. But I think we've been programmed that you have to follow the certain step in the certain like algorithm in order to be successful. And it's like, no, we can skip all that and get right to the meat. So I'm glad that you went back to school and you know, like, no, teaching is actually not for me. It's definitely something that's afforded me certain things.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like the vacations are nice.
They are nice. And just learning like work life, I feel like teaching was a really good start. Like fresh out of college, I cheered in college, so I had a routine. I had a set thing to do every day. And I feel like teaching, of course, working somewhere else would do that for you as well. But like teaching gave me that stability that I was comfortable with. So it was a good start.
Not bad. Yeah, I had to leave the classroom after 5 years. I was like, "This is cool."
Yeah,
but I don't think I don't like to say never, but it's very, very, very unlikely. That I'll be back in the stew with the kids. It's not happening.
It's not for the faint of heart.
No, it's not. People sleep on it.
Very much. But other than that,
living the dream.
I'm living the dream.
Yeah, we used to live the nightmare, so that's a big deal.
Very much.
Okay, now this season is about looking for love in all the wrong places, so we're going for the meats.
Okay.
How's love?
So,
and don't worry, my love life is not any better.
Let's get it. We want to talk about it. We can talk about it. No, love is what they say, a drug.
It's fentanyl at this point.
I'm trying to tell you, it will have your ass on a I'm sorry. I know I can cuss, but just cussing on camera is so weird. Anyway,
praise Jesus.
Praise Jesus. Amen. It'll have you down. It'll have you up. Like my love life right now is very, I wouldn't say non-existent, but it's just like not a priority. That's
okay.
Like
I love that.
It's
not
if it
a priority.
Comes, I'm willing to accept it, but if it's not on its way right now, I'm okay with that too. You know, it's just so much that comes with that.
I mean, okay, so in doing this, right? Like I've had a lot of conversations with people about like, okay, what is even love? Like, what does that entail? Right. And I think for me, when I think about like, hey, Khadijah, have you ever been in love? And I really want to say no. I've been infatuated. With somebody. And like infatuation for me, I think oftentimes we confuse it with love because we think, oh, in order to be in love with somebody, you need to be obsessed, infatuated. Yeah. And it's like, no, not really. I think love, in my opinion, has changed over my years. And I don't know. I think for me too, like I don't think that's a priority for me simply because I think that takes a lot of energy and time. I'm like, oh, okay, like, oh, I'm lonely or I wish I had somebody. But it's like in retrospect, it's like there's so much that goes with being in a relationship. Even the talk. Can we talk about the talking stage?
Because I'm over that phrase. I don't like that phrase. The talking or let's just vibe. Let's just go with the flow.
Ooh, vibes?
You're a grown man.
And you're talking about catching vibes?
No, seriously. If you are I'm 25 years old and you're 25 and above and you can't tell me your intention.
That's scary.
That is scary.
scary.
You just want to vibe out. What? Don't nobody got time. You got time to be vibing out? That means you're not getting to the bag for real. Okay? Because you got time to be
chilling,
playing around,
chillax,
packing around.
And in my opinion, you at this grown, big ass age,
you need to say what you mean and mean what you say. Stand on what y'all like to say, business. Girl, please. Ain't nobody got time for no vibe. Please
oh
don't
my
get me started on no
gosh.
talking stage because we could be here all night.
No. But I think at some point you have to know, and maybe that's what it is. I think talking stage is like gauging, do I want to rock with you or not? And in my mind, that's called dating.
That's dating.
That's dating.
But this is the thing though. So because if men want to be like, because a lot of what I have discovered, the last man I gave my time to, he didn't really understand the definition of dating.
Ooh, do you have I don't think I have a solid definition. Do you have a solid?
I have a solid definition.
Ooh, okay, spill.
Okay, so dating is taking someone out on multiple dates and getting to know them. You're courting
multiple more than one.
Dates,
more than one,
right?
okay.
So one date, we ain't dating, right?
No.
But if you are coming to my home, we're spending time together, we're coordinating times to meet and go places and spend time, quality time with each other. We are dating. We are going on actual dates, right? Courting is basically it's all the same thing. Dating, courting, we're both getting to know each other, right? So after that, that's what I feel like that talking shit. What is that? That talking shit is stupid.
Okay,
we're talking on the phone.
I think so let's go with your dating definition or what you're saying dating is. Okay. Right? Which I think I align with and I think that makes sense.
Right.
I feel like when somebody hits you with the we're talking, it's because they don't want to take you on dates. They don't want to spend the money. Yeah. Because I think another thing, this is something that's super cringe, is when men are like, oh, y'all just want niggas to buy y'all food and take y'all out. This is my thing. If you are getting to know somebody, it's not, and this is not to say you can't get to know somebody in a home or in vibing out and rocking out, that is fine. There are women or people who are down for that and okay with that.
Right.
That is cool.
But state that.
I think my thing is that I know I'm somebody that's like, no, I don't want to be in the house because I think that comes with after we've dated a while, after we've been, you know what I mean? We've been around each other.
Symmetry is
I
there.
know the energy matches or whatever, and I know we're leading to something.
Right.
But I think talking is just an excuse to not take people out on dates. Yeah. Being honest. I think that's the poor man's version of dating.
And this is where I would counter that because I've also talked the same man we're speaking of, and we're out and about, but he just thinks we're talking. Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. I think men really don't, not even men, people in general really just don't have a definition of dating. Because in my mind, once we're out on multiple dates, what's next? A relationship.
Well, you would think, okay, so then this is another good follow-up question. Okay. How many dates do you need to have in order to be like, no, we're a solidified thing?
Oh, see, now that's up to the vibe that goes on, the vibe that talk about the energy that happens. Because, okay, I have, not to put my friend's business out there, but I have put...
We're not saying names,
but I have put two people together. Okay. Oh, actually... couple of people together. I've been playing matchmaker last year. I'm not even gonna lie to you, and can't even do it for my freaking self. But it's time.
I wasn't on the list.
It's okay. We gonna add Khadijah
because she not on her Zoom. I just said though I didn't want a relationship, Khadijah.
So exactly. So look at that, right?
See how we have epiphanies in real time.
These friends were looking for it, right?
Yeah, no, I'm not.
But they were both long distance, so they met. Their first date were on a trip. They met each other, vibed out, literally like
their
connected.
First date was a trip.
Was a trip. Both of the couples that I'm talking about, their first date was a trip. They connected. I would say maybe a month later. Yeah, girlfriend. So it's not about like the number of dates. Yeah. It's knowing what you want not even out of a person or from a person. It's knowing what you want with the person. Yeah. And if you already know, this person is checking off my boxes, they're making me feel what I've been missing. Yeah. Man, let's go on with this. Men know. Men, they act fool, but they know. They know.
No, okay, that's
so I feel like the number of dates, if you're putting a number on it, that means you're trying to find an excuse.
For something you already know
is not, you know, like
that's valid.
That's just my opinion on it. But
Damn.
because I have seen it work in real time. Like I just met this girl 5 minutes ago, and now she's my everything.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh no, that's valid too. You know, and I think that comes like the phrase I've heard a lot is like, what is that phrase called?
Oh, I'm sorry, not to cut you off. But might I add, it might sound delusional for people to be meeting a month later.
I didn't want to say anything, but it's given Delulu.
But
I didn't want to.
All of y'all are delusional. If you want to be honest, we're all delusional. We all are searching for something that may or may not exist. Some people might find it, some people might not. But who are we to say that their time limit, just because it's short, doesn't make it real?
You know what? That's actually valid. And I will say, no, that's actually valid. I think I statements, Khadijah. I think I worry too much about like what society has named is like a norm. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh no, you gotta wait the 90 days or whatever. I've like literally had to unlearn things. Yeah. Right? And so I guess like for me as a woman, sometimes you have to think about safety, right? That would be my only component to it.
Well, if you're meeting someone from a mutual friend,
you can't trust that. You can't trust that. I watch a lot of ID channel, crime TV. You can't trust that because those be the motherfuckers that's charismatic, that are people, you know, the people pleasers, and you know what I mean?
Nah, I'm gonna remember she said that, right? Because she said just 5 seconds ago she wasn't on the list. Now she's saying she can't meet nobody from a mutual friend because they're crazy. So when Khadijah get on this podcast next week, I'm just saying. She ain't found nobody, and I done bring her 5 options. She said here.
I'm just bringing up valid points. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
You know what I mean? I'm not saying I'm not gonna get on the flight. I'm just saying we might need separate hotel rooms, and we need to be seen in public places where there's cameras. Oh, Khadijah was there at that time. Yeah. I watch a lot of crime TV. I'm not a fool. You know what I mean? Some of y'all are new to this, but I've been true to this.
Okay.
So I say all that to say, like, that's, you know, can you find love in a comfortable place, I guess?
Okay. So going back to what you were saying, like, what is love, right? Or you never know. Yeah. Okay, so I've had this conversation several times with my friends about like love being unconditional.
No, that shit got conditions.
You think it has conditions?
That shit has conditions.
I beg to differ. I disagree. I feel like love will make you do the craziest shit.
Oh, for sure.
Love, that's not conditions then. If somebody put something in front of you about somebody that you love, you're gonna all bets are off. You're gonna do whatever it's gonna take to make sure they're safe or supported or comforted or whatever it is. Man, she's saying that now, but that means you just might not have ever been in love for real. Because I know, like my past relationship, I would have gone to the ends of this earth for that man.
Oh, I have never been in love. I've never experienced that. you hear me?
Y'all put that in there because I know I'm not crazy. I know I'm not. I can't be. That's
a good question. I'm gonna put that up on Instagram. Is love conditional?
It is not.
Okay, you think it's not? Okay,
but since I feel like it's not, finding love in you said a comfortable place. Yeah, I feel like that's the more like simplest way. That's what I would prefer to find it, like if it's through a friend.
So this is, I guess, what I mean by like a comfortable space is like, for me personally, I think the speed dating is.
Oh hell no!
You know what I mean? But that's what I mean by like. That's what I mean by like a comfortable place. I feel like a comfortable place would be like me meeting somebody through a friend.
Yeah,
that's comfort.
That's fine. So then, I was answering your question. So I would mutual friends, or I wouldn't say colleague, but like somebody that might have known somebody that's my colleague. Yeah, I go that far. But as far as like the online or like meeting people out, that's more on me personally, that's more on my uncomfortable side. Yeah, because people are strange.
Now she's saying people are strange.
No, now she said that on a mutual friend. I'm just saying if I'm meeting a man on whatever the dating. What is this? Bumble or like
Bumble,
Tinder or whatever.
Grindr.
I don't know these Grindr. What the hell?
That's not for me, but
That's
they
the
know.
thing? Okay.
The people know who it's for.
Okay, well, tell me what Grindr is once this is done. I don't think I want to be a part.
Hey, this is about to be real. That was too
I
good.
don't think I want to be a part of that.
No, it's not for you,
I
baby.
know what that means.
No, it's not for you.
Oh, okay, well,
I'll
anyway.
explain offline.
That's fine.
That's hilarious. No, but that's actually valid. I feel like when I found love, it's been like, well, quote unquote, when I found connections, I'll say that. Connections.
Yay.
This is my thing. You can have a connection with somebody, and this is where I was going. See what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because
we
we jogging.
Full circle.
I think, or I feel like you can be attracted to someone with their physicality, right? Like I can, my pants can yearn for you, but that doesn't mean love, right?
Right.
Or it means that like it's half of it and not. Could you fall in love with somebody that you're not physically attracted to?
Okay. So.
Damn, I'm like, these are great questions.
No, they're amazing questions, but I love that I've already had these conversations like in other circles. I feel like I can. Mainly just
She a hoe.
No, listen.
Jasmine.
Listen,
Okay.
Linda, listen. I'm telling you, I'm evolving as the day goes.
That's a hell of an evolution.
It is. Like, completely unattracted to them. Mm-hmm. I think I could. Only because his wallet is going to make up.
Why? Why did I know you were...
I ain't that involved. Come on.
She said, I want to be on a different bracket. Don't play.
Yeah, if he's unattractive, something is gonna make up for where he lacks in the face. And I feel as though his personality is gonna be amazing, right? If I care for him, because I have a really, bubbly, like charismatic personality.
No, yeah.
So if he's matching my energy in that department, we're gonna already click regardless of what his face looks like.
Okay.
But and I say this with all seriousness, his wallet is gonna be so large that I'm gonna get me and my homegirls up out the hood. And then y'all not gonna worry about whether I'm attracted to him or not. Y'all gonna be straight. And then we just gonna live life.
See, I need y'all to know, y'all thought I was the only one who was like this. No. It's not me. It's my friends.
I'm the ringleader, if we're being honest.
Honestly. Hillary Clinton of the bitch. You know what I mean?
No, I'm not dealing with no. You're not gonna be unattractive.
Okay, so my thing is, so my sister has brought this up where it's like, oh, you missing because I refuse to date someone that's shorter than me. And I've literally like online has been in an uproar.
Well, how tall are you?
I'm 5'3". Okay, not too much. I'm 5'3".
My list. You can't be under 6 feet talking to me anyway.
See, and they thought
and
I was
I'm
bad.
shorter than you. I don't date short men, so I don't feel like that.
How tall are you?
I'm 5 nothing, even flat.
Flat 5.
5.
Yeah, no, I can't do it.
No.
And that's the other thing too.
It just makes me feel like I could push you over.
Yeah, and I don't like that.
Yeah.
I like to know, like, push come to shove, if some go left,
Facts.
you got it.
Right.
If you're my height,
you ain't got it because
somebody
you can't see it.
you know what I mean? Somebody got to be
looking
down.
You can't see.
We can't all be looking like the Three Musketeers. Yeah, no.
And I need D1 babies, so and I'm not gonna get you there.
And you know what? Since we're on it, a lot of people are like, oh, you can't date short girls. First of all, my recessive traits could be height, and that's why I didn't get it.
Facts.
But if I link up with somebody that's tall
to the sky, you feel me?
Okay. So if I link up with somebody where they got, I forgot how genotypes and shit work. So I don't know if it's recessive or recessive dominant.
No, recessive dominant's gonna get you the height.
Okay, so maybe his height is dominant, mine's is recessive. Dominant and recessive come together, they're locked in, no switching up.
Might be average.
You know what I mean? And now our kids are what? D1.
D1.
We're eating for life.
Period.
Because you know they take care of their mamas.
Or I'm with that unattractive man with a fat ass wallet.
Period. And everything on auto pay, bitch.
Hey, we straight.
Hey, that's well.
So
I could find love in that. Yeah.
Exactly. So I sound crazy, but if his personality is booming, he has a really a lot going for himself.
Yeah.
I can get into it. But I'm telling you, he can't be broke. But I could get into it.
See, no. That's valid. You can't have no looks and no coin. Woo!
You can never not have no coin. Let's just.
But I'm saying that's a.
But some coins can
triple
be less.
homicide.
It is.
You know
some
what I
coins
mean?
can be less if your face is nicer. You know. But if you're just a butterface, you ain't doing that.
What? Not a butter. Okay, so what is your average, like, if we're like, hey, you could pick a nigga and his salary, what would be the lowest you would go?
$75K.
Ooh, that's reasonable.
Yeah.
That is so
It's
reasonable.
not like you just have to make a little bit more than me.
Okay. Nope. I absolutely agree. Yeah, no, 75K is reasonable.
That's really good.
See, now the thing that throws me is like I see some of these reels or whatever where girls are like, yeah, you know, my nigga gotta make money, da 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 da. And the guys or whoever will ask them like, okay, what's the base?
Right.
Where what's the range?
Right.
And they're like 6K, 600K.
Girl, and they got
And a
rainbow
whole outfit.
clothes on.
Whole outfit from
Nothing against
Shein.
Rainbow.
No shade to Shein because it come in clutch, but I'm reasonable with my shit. You ain't got to make 600. Would be nice.
Would be amazing.
You know what I mean? But I'm cool with 75 and up.
75K is
I think
the
that's
base.
solid.
That's solid.
Yeah.
Because, like, and I say that because y'all are probably like, he has to make a little bit more than you. When I'm done with this degree, baby, I'm in another tax bracket. So you can't be making less than me because, you know, that brings in insecurities. And
talk about
that's
it.
That's their biggest insecurity.
Is their wallet. Yeah.
Is their wallet. And I'm not in the business of making you feel good. So you got to make more than me. So you can already.
You know, but I will say, shout out to the men that are with powerful women.
Amen.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not well, I'm not going to say it's an anomaly, but it's not. I feel like it's not. We're not seeing a lot of it.
No,
I'll say that.
Yeah.
Shout out to the ASAP Rockies of the world.
Facts.
Do you know what I mean?
Want to know what I mean about this though?
She is bad.
But let me
and
tell
the
you
bag
something.
is better. Anti, some may say.
But he still got his own bank.
Hello.
So you know I mean Beyonce and Jay-Z.
You got to be confident.
But you got to think about it how they started. She was, and he made more than her. Now look, he elevated her. Now she a bigger name than him.
Oh, because that's valid. I feel like when
feel
it
me?
comes to like money, shit changes. It's
Yeah.
not going to always,
Be
you know what
linear.
I mean?
It's
but
not.
you got to be okay with, hey, right now in this season, I'm the one bringing in the coin.
Facts.
In our next season, you going to have to hold it down.
Right.
Oh, that's
Right,
valid.
right.
How do you feel about households, like percentage-wise?
That 50-50 shit?
Yeah.
You know, I have an unpopular opinion about that. I don't mind the 50-50 split. But hear me. But hear me out.
I'm waiting for the rest.
Okay. I don't mind the 50-50 split because you're never going to be able to walk in my household.
Yeah.
And I'm not paying bills and you call it your house. You're never going to be able to do that. But a man that I'm with, the 50-50 split, that's not even a thing. He taking care of it and I'm not opening up my wallet for nothing. Even though I'm willing to.
Yeah.
But I don't mind the 50-50 split. Like that don't bother me. That doesn't bother me because
okay, I see. This is how I looked at percentages. In my mind, it depends on the money breakdown, right?
Okay.
So, like, let's say that my man at the time in this season, he's the one making more money, right? It may make sense for him. I'm gonna need you to hold down the 80.
And you do the 20.
And I got you a strong 20.
Okay.
Or it could be, you know what? I'm gonna need you to do the 60. I got you on the 40, right? Or it could be vice versa. This is not just like if I'm up right now and I'm making crazy bread,
right.
I got you on the 80. I got you on the 60.
Right.
I got you on the 70. But I know it's just, it needs to make sense.
Okay.
If my money is not moneying like you, it doesn't make sense that it's 50-50.
Okay.
Because my 50 gonna be my whole check. You know what I mean?
Bakanisha.
I'm just saying. It doesn't.
No, we're looking.
Because you know I'm not lying. I'm just saying. I'm a math teacher. It has to math for me. It has to always. If 2 + 2 is 4, 5 + 5 is 10. What the fuck is this?
What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
But if we're speaking on, I'm thinking in my mind, okay, you make more than me. We're 50-50 split. So everything else that we do, you got. If we're 50-50 on the bills, every date nights are on you, vacations are on you, gifts are on you. Anything that we do that is considered an extracurricular activity, and I know y'all are probably thinking that should be on him anyway. It should. But I'm just thinking now it's not an option. Now it's you. You make more than me.
So where the hell the 50-50 come in?
That's the bills, right? We're 50-50 on the bills.
Oh, okay. And you're saying anything outside of like household things.
Anything outside of house, you got.
So heifer, that ain't 50-50?
Yes, that is. You said 50-50 split in a household. Did she or did she not?
I said household? Mm-hmm. No, pauses to rewind. Wait, well, I meant like just in a relationship.
Oh, well, if it's a relationship, then nothing is ever going to be 50-50.
Okay, no, that's fair.
Because somebody is always going to be giving more than the other at some point in time.
Like,
and that doesn't even mean financially. That, spiritually, emotionally, effort, like support, somebody's going to always be giving more than the other at a certain point in time. But if we're just talking strictly finances and we're talking strictly in a home, I don't mind putting in 50% of what I'm using, essentially.
No, that's valid.
And I know it's very strange, but I also feel like this is another unpopular opinion. I feel like the whole traditional mindset of a man like paying or providing all of the things for you, I can't really too much get into it.
Why not?
Because I also feel like that's an excuse to control. Like men have egos. We just talked about it, and not all men, and I haven't come across a controlling man. Yeah. But that still can just be a thing.
No, but it leaves room to breed that though. No, that's valid.
And I personally know, you're like I said before, you're never gonna be able to say this my shit. Cause this is our shit. I'm putting on this too.
I know that's right. I mean, I hear you and I see you.
And that's
I might even feel you a little bit.
And that's okay. I told you it's unpopular.
But I think if I'm with somebody, now this is when I say, oh no, my nigga need to have everything on auto pay. It's okay to have an allowance. Right. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Throw a little something in my account. Yeah. Now this is where I feel like you can either level up or just be stupid. Okay. If I have somebody who's like making bank, putting money in an allowance, I'm trying to invest that. Because of your mentioning of controlling, if I'm investing something and that's like mine, the business and all the things are in my name, cool. At the end of the day, if we break up, I still have something that's creating revenue, getting me money. Right. But I hear you on the control thing though. Yeah. But I wouldn't mind. Control my account. Shit.
Don't control.
Help me. Auto pay. Help me. I'm poor. More.
Well, don't come controlling my shit. Whoever in this comment probably looking at me like, ooh. Yeah, don't.
No, I say that, but all jokes.
No.
All jokes. I feel like we've kind of hinted towards it, but what are some of your like icks? Like for me, if we're starting from the outside in, okay. A ick for me is men that have like dangly earrings and their nose pierced. Okay, so I find that to be zesty as fuck. Like lemon pepper zesty.
No. Well, I won't say it, but yeah, it is.
It's zesty.
It's sugar in the tank for sure.
I mean, and no Splenda, straight Domino. You know what I mean? That shit is crazy. I don't know, because my thing is, I shouldn't have earrings. And I'd be like, ooh, my nigga would like that. The fuck are we talking about? Do you know what I mean? I think that's crazy. No, I don't even insane. I've had somebody ask me before too. It's like, oh, but what if it's one ear? I don't give a fuck.
One ear is worse.
And I don't mind. I think men that have their ears pierced, but they wear like the studs or like, like a diamond.
Like sometimes even the hoops be a little bit too big, and I'll just be like, okay.
Hey, your hoop should not be hooping like mine.
No, for sure.
I do not care.
For sure.
Like this, too big. You can't be. Are you serious? No. I can't. Nose piercings, don't like it. Don't like one. Don't like the stud in a hoop. Don't like a stud hoop. Don't like a stud. Your nose shouldn't be pierced. And don't get me started on
the little.
What is this called?
I don't know what that's called either, but I don't like it.
The septum. The septum?
Is that septum?
I think that's a septum.
I just call it a bullhorn.
Yeah, don't like it. It's not cute. I don't like that piercing in general.
Yeah, I don't like it.
And so, because I don't think
it on women or men.
No, because it's not flattering.
I was going to say, it just looks like you don't wash. No offense to nobody. But I just don't. It looks like you don't wash. That just feel like instant, like dirt. You know.
Hey.
And I know I ain't the only one. I know I'm not. I'm just the only one that's willing to say it.
Oh,
and this
God.
is about to go on the internet.
You know what? Because there do be people that have that piercing that be giving earthy vibes.
Exactly.
You know what I mean when I say earthy.
Exactly.
Like the pits just grow long. They don't shave their legs.
And it's PU.
Oh my God. BL booming. We're building a nigga here. I'm telling you. Y'all are thinking in y'all mind, damn, I know that nigga. It's crazy.
It's insane.
No.
I feel like if we're thinking appearance, because like I just told y'all, if he unattractive, he got everything else right and tight.
Yeah.
But if he's I don't know, because I feel like I have a weird acquired taste. But teeth are a no. And that used to be a pass for me, believe it or not. Like if you go look at some of my ex-boyfriends, you'd be like, Jasmine, how you gonna say teeth is a thing? And they got, I used to get over that, but now, no. But also, if you're just not put together, if you are just not put together,
say more.
Okay, so you have dirt under your freaking fingernails.
You know what? I feel like
dirty.
that's something small. I had paint in mind because we went painting last night, so don't say anything. But I think when people think about fingernails, it's so small, but it's like you didn't take the time to
hey,
you know what I mean?
Hey.
Get a toothpick, get something in.
I have a little brush by my...
Hey, I can't find mine.
Hey.
I need to buy another one.
Dollar Tree's up the street.
No. I'm telling you. That
means you don't take... Not even saying that means you don't take care of yourself, but that just means you're not willing to go that extra mile for yourself. So you're damn sure ain't gonna go it for me.
No,
so like
valid.
That is a no for me. But like just if you could dirty up shoes, the wrinkliest t-shirt.
Yeah. Ooh.
The jeans just came out the dryer and you just put them on your things and you know they just been spinning around in the wash.
She's an iron girly, by the way.
I'm so sorry. I like to iron my clothes, but I feel like
baby ain't nothing to it but to do it. You know what I mean? Go ahead and shake them jeans out.
Personally, I feel like that's the first, how you appear to someone.
Yeah.
That says a lot about yourself without saying anything at all. So if you don't take any care on how you appeal to a person, especially a person you are trying to date
and be with,
everything else don't freaking matter.
That's valid. Okay, is there before we transition into internal, is there like a hairstyle or something that you're like, you know what? Being honest, I don't think I have a preference when it comes to like men's hair. I just ask that you're put together. Like if you have locks, I understand that people don't retwist them all the time, but at least, you know what I mean? Stink. But have it lined up, or facts. Just there's ways that you can still be true to like the purpose of locks, because I know some people, there's different rationales and spirituality is tied into it.
Right.
But you can still look like together.
Together, for sure. Before you just asked this question, it would have been no. But now that I just sat here and had a revelation, bald heads.
Oh, you can't do bald?
I don't think I like bald. Bald
Why?
reminds me of Brian Henry, and that's my daddy. And I just feel like...
that's scary stuff.
Yeah. I don't want a bald head. Because it's just feel like, why are you 20 plus with bald? What happened to you?
You know what? I'm going to tell you what happened. I'm going to get on the mic yet again. When men have bald hair at a young age, it's because they notice, hey, this shit receding, right? I'm with y'all guys. This shit's receding, or the sides is getting a little thinner. You know what I mean? Or, and I feel bad for anybody that's experiencing this, the middle of the mug is far and few. Far and few. And they're like, fuck that. I'm going to shave the bitch.
Facts.
I'm going to get ahead of the game. And I appreciate that.
Facts.
Because I'd rather you be bald than to have the patch or to have this receding. Because it's just like, you got to let it go, babe. You got to know.
You know, unless you have alopecia and you come to me and be like, Jazz, this is why I have a bald
head.
I'm going to be really sad. But I'll get over it, right? But.
Hey, and there's people that are bald, and it's like, oh, you have to have a hat.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You can't.
But then it's just like you can't have a hat in certain places, or with certain outfits, and it's just like. So that's why I don't. That would be my only.
That's actually a good. You unlocked a different thing for me. I kind of like the bald head though.
You fucking with the bald head?
Tell me the future.
Ooh.
Yeah. Tell me the future.
Oh,
no, I don't mind.
That'll
That's
be my
actually
own.
valid. So what's something that is not external that is a huge ick for you? You're like, absolutely the fuck not.
So if you are a terrible conversationalist,
Oh, you can't talk. Can't hold a convo.
Can't have a whole. That's
No, it is.
That's a no. Oh goodness, I just had it. Inconsistency. That is a very big, big ick for me. And a man that's not of his word. That those are my big three. I can't. You will get booted with me on that.
Suited and booted.
Hey,
Suited and booted. No, that's actually valid. So I think consistency for me is a big one.
Yeah.
Like, I understand that life happens, shit happens, but you have to be able to stand on business. Did you have a revelation? Go ahead.
fourth one, communication.
Ooh, okay. Communication for me is a big deal. Now, I understand because people can be like, oh, but what if, and come up with all these excuses. I'm a firm believer if I am important to you, right, in some capacity, and like Jazz said, very early on, you know if you care about this person or not. I expect for there to be a level of communication daily. Now, let me dive into that even deeper.
Yes.
When I say daily, I don't mean every minute of the day because you're gonna run out of shit to talk about.
Right.
Firm believer in
Step
that.
on that. Step
okay?
on it.
But I need you
On
to
the
say
button.
at the very least, good morning.
Hello.
Well, shitting me because I didn't wake up with you. I've been dying to use that. So at the very least, a good morning, a good evening during the day. It doesn't have to be throughout the day, but like, hey, how you doing? You good? Did you eat?
Did you eat?
You know what I mean? How did you sleep? Are you okay? What do you need?
How's your days going?
You know what I mean?
How is your day? Like, how is your day going? That can go really far with me, especially as teachers.
Hey.
My day
It's never the same.
My day today is never the same. Okay, and once 7:15 hits, from 7:15 to 7:30, some shit could have popped off already.
I would even say from 7:15 to 7:16.
Period.
Okay,
it could have already went to shit
like that.
And I just might need that. How is your day going? To unleash that right quick and be like, oh wow, okay, I got to tell somebody. Let's move on. You know?
No, that's valid. And you got to have somebody that. And I feel like the older I get, the more I realize emotional intelligence is so. It's very important. Like, I need you to be, if you are, because I feel like we preaching now. Come on. Hello. Somebody.
Hey, do you hear me?
But like, I think, I do not expect my man to be perfect, right? I'm going to piss you off.
Right.
Knowing who I am,
right.
I'm going to do something that pisses you off.
Right.
Name it. Like, you know what? I'm really frustrated right now, or you did something that really pissed me the hell off. I need some space. Articulate that. Don't just go ghost or not talk to me for a day or two and then pop back up. That's my big pet peeve too. When people get upset with me, they don't tell me why and then just pop back up like, hey girl, hey babe.
But even when those situations happen and that in that moment, you don't know how to deal with the situation, say that. Be like, hey, actually, I can't give you a reaction right now. I'm gonna go figure it out and I'll come back to you. Like, just being aware of yourself as a person and knowing, like, actually, I might not say the right things to you right now. So, Khadijah, I gotta come back to you in a day or two. That even goes miles.
No, it does. I'm telling you.
Let's just be real.
And I would even say, that goes for friendships as well.
Facts.
Like, not even romantical. Like, friendship wise, give me that feedback. Tell me I pissed you off, and it's like, hey, I need some space. I'm gonna go ahead and put myself on blast. Henry, Jazz, had a moment where she was, I wouldn't say frustrated, but she was disappointed because we had made plans and spoke about something. I thought she was gonna do something else, so I was like, yeah, I continue to make plans with somebody else. And she was like, hey, I didn't like that. I didn't like how that came off. You didn't, let me know you were doing it. I could have, you know what I mean? Rearranged. I appreciated that. Yeah. She's intelligent emotionally.
Yeah,
good job.
I try. I'm really growing because there was a point where I would have just said, actually, fuck Khadijah. Okay? We will just stay in the colleague column and that's fine. I appreciate it for her for what she gave me at that moment, and we're gonna peace out. But because I am working on myself, I was able to give you that feedback, and I feel like that's what you need in a relationship to help it grow. You don't know a person. You're not in that person's head. They're not in your head.
Right.
You have to be able to express what you are feeling, even if it comes off insane. And at that moment, there's been plenty of times I have cussed my friends slam out from the top to the bottom.
Yeah.
And
not from the top to the bottom.
No, there's been some times. But if I didn't tell them that, I would have went to the next extreme and been like, actually, I don't want this person in my life.
My cutoff game crazy for real.
Mine is getting really strong.
It's like my block list is actually very scary. But I realized that because I'm not in your head, you're not in mine, I cannot have that. Now, I can't have the mentality like, oh, you did something piss me off, peace out, boot up, and like be out. I have gotten to the point though, I treat everything like baseball. 3 strikes and you're out. If I got to give you the same feedback over and over again, you got to go. You got to blast.
That's a really good...
On the Jimmy Neutron. You know what I mean?
Facts. But, I mean, I say all that to say just say what you feel so it doesn't sound like... So, even if you... Like I said, if I have to cuss somebody out and then I have to come back and be like, actually, no... I didn't mean to cuss you out.
Yeah.
I meant to say this, but I couldn't say it at that time. So I had to say this, and I'm so sorry. But, being just true to who you are and saying how you feel can go a lot of ways in a relationship. You just gotta say it. You gotta say it.
Get it off your chest. Nice. Okay. I mean, I feel like I agree. I definitely wholeheartedly feel like communication, consistency is big. A thing that I've heard people say before is don't introduce me to a vibe you cannot maintain.
Let me just get on the
good old Mike.
If you, and this is what I mean by be a man of your word, right?
Yeah.
Because don't introduce me to something you can't maintain. If you say you're going to pick me up
down, Mike.
to go,
sorry, I have ADHD.
Bad, she wake up bad.
Hey, this is going really well.
Ooh, if you say you're going to take me to Chick-fil-A,
okay,
at whatever on Tuesday at 10 o'clock.
And then you try to take me on a Sunday, I'm not no fool. They're closed.
But why did you say that? I didn't ask you for that. I didn't ask you to take me to Chick-fil-A. You was just like, hey, I know you like Chick-fil-A. Let me take you.
Oh, I do.
Okay, well, let's go. And then don't just not go or not communicate that something happened.
Came up, hello.
And now we need to go tomorrow instead of today. Don't do that. Because don't do that. No. And about the vibe that you can't maintain, if you're going to call me on a certain day, call me on that certain day. If you're gonna text me,
if you're honestly though,
if we're gonna go on dates on Fridays, we're gonna go on dates
and
on
keep
Fridays.
it and
we need to
step
just
on.
Come on, like don't know if you're gonna take me to Zara,
come on Zara.
Baby, don't go backwards and take me to Forever 21.
Yeah, no.
Like we just anything.
Because mentally, I'm prepared for Zara.
Don't just, regardless, y'all get the point. You get the metaphor. Whatever you start up, don't backtrack without communication.
Yeah.
Because now you're effing up the consistency of what you're doing. That's what that means. That's what that don't introduce me to a vibe that you can't maintain.
Heavy on a vibe you can't maintain. No, that was really good. I think that's I'm trying to like, I know when you get a brain fart.
I get them all the time.
Okay, that's good. That was I like that setup. Something that I've heard a lot of people say. I've had another guest in I think the first episode of the season mentioned style, and I feel like you are somebody that's very into. I mean, she irons her fucking clothes. You know what I mean?
Why don't you? That needs to be the thumbnail. Why don't you iron your clothes?
I feel like you're somebody that really cares about like your appearance and not on a like superficial level, but like you like to look like you have a home and you care about yourself. So how much of like love and like, I guess like potential connections you make depend on can the man dress?
I hate to sound insane, but a lot of that goes into it because I care about what I look like.
Yeah.
And you are going to take me home to your mom. And do you want me to look like a hobo off the street? Or you want me to look like the baddest bitch that you met me in a club looking like, right? You want me to be $1 million baby. You do not want me to look like I got spinach in my teeth and my edges not combed. You don't want me to look like that, right? Yeah. When I meet your mother. So why don't you want me to, that means you would want me to look like that every day, right?
Yeah.
Why don't you look like that every day? Why don't you care about yourself every day? Like, you never know. That's valid. So a lot of that goes into, because I just think, I don't understand. I really don't. And it really just grinds my gears. Why don't you care on what you putting on? Why don't you care? So a lot of that goes into it just because that's something that I take pride in. And you're right. It's not a superficial thing. It's just a part of who I am as a human. And if you can't put that shit on, you can't be standing next to me looking crazy.
Okay, so I knew your answer to that, but which is why I asked. But what is for you, like, I think something that a fashion or like clothing, I wouldn't say, I guess a ick or something that I'm just like, is men that I think we've gotten into this point where guys are wearing these tight ass pants.
Okay.
And I think, cool, you want to be double cheeked up on a Thursday.
Facts.
That's cool. When it's tight as hell, and then you got the fucking, it's coming at the anklet, the ankle, and then you got the church shoes on. And it's like, and I get it. Now I feel like there's always been a phase where like, I wouldn't say fuckboy, but there's always been an outfit uniform for men. They love to talk about women and leggings and the Stanley Cup and the crop top, Ugg boots. No. The men uniform now, I feel like, first of all, before the men uniform was dress, some jeans, a t-shirt with a gold chain and some type of fitted, right? Now the uniform is, because I've been to places and I've gone to brunch, is where they have the tuxedo pants, tight as hell. I mean, double cheeked up, the vest or turtleneck, that's the fave, and a beanie hat rolled up. You haven't seen that?
I have.
I just described a couple of niggas y'all know. Go ahead and you know what I mean?
Went across my head. I feel like that can be a thought uniform for a man. But my fashion ick would just be anything that's not authentic to yourself. So the hella designer, the flashy belts and the flashy shoes. Now, mind you, if you know how to place it together, I'm with it.
Because it could easily be just too much.
It could just be too much. And I feel like it screams, actually, insecure. I want you to see. I want you to see what I have on so you can miss what's coming out of my mouth. You know, that is a big ick for me. I personally, I don't mind a man with they do be too tight, but
too fucking tight.
The chinos with the
yeah, go ahead and say it.
With the turtleneck and the beanie. I mean, if you approach me like that,
with the gold chain, don't forget the gold chain.
That's okay if you approach
with
me
the cross.
Like that.
Ain't been to church in ages, but you got the cross on the chain.
If that's your style, cool. Be consistent with it. But my ick is just a person that's just not. If you're just wearing that because you saw Lil Baby had it on last week.
Okay,
that's not.
There we go.
That means you you don't have no original. No.
And I guess so, because I know y'all going boom 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 fire shots.
Yeah.
That's my thing though. When you have the chinkos or the chicos and the turtleneck and shit like that, that's y'all one good outfit. Invest into like where that's a wardrobe thing.
Yeah,
like that's giving
thing,
off an energy of like, clean, cut, proper.
Right.
But then that can't be your only fit.
Right.
Make sure that like lives true throughout, because if that's your like, I'm getting a business fit, but then every time I see you got your saggy jeans, raggedy t-shirt,
right.
whole, skitty underwear, you know what I mean? You can tell when somebody is just, they're not putting that shit on.
Yeah.
It's a one-timer.
Yeah, no. It got to be in you, not on you.
Hey. I know that's fucking right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, now to close us out, what are I like for this season, right? Looking for love in all the wrong places.
Okay.
I want us to just name what are some instances that it's like, ooh, love don't live there, no more and hasn't.
I feel like that's a very tough question.
Boom, I got one.
Okay, go.
I was gonna say Carisha. Well,
'Cause I feel like love doesn't live in a lot of places for me right now.
okay. I would say an example would be Krishan and Blueface.
Oh my gosh, girl! Ugh,
I think
love
that
does
doesn't
not live there.
I don't think love's there.
It's
That's
not
looking for
there.
love in the wrong places.
It's not there.
I think she needs to seek therapy, and I'm not saying this to be funny. Like I really think sister needs to invest in some
She
like
needs the Holy Ghost for sure.
some real medical help.
Yeah.
From a personnel certified by the board. Because that is just not love.
That's not love.
I would say that's a prime example of a infatuation, obsession, and it's like no. And I also think too that's an example of like if you haven't experienced love in other realms of your life, you tend to think bad or not good for you shit is love.
Love, right?
You know what I mean? You think like neglect, abuse. And abuse, when I say abuse, it could be verbal, emotional, physical. Like you tend to confuse that for love because of what you've experienced in the past.
Yeah.
Sorry to get heavy, but that's just like an example for me of like, that's not love. You're looking for love in the wrong destination.
Okay, well then I would say not to love in the wrong place for me would just be not and this is gonna sound so cliche, not like having it within myself. Like I have noticed that I've let so many people, not so many people, other men that I have dealt with spin the block just because I think that, oh well, maybe they got it, but no, Jasmine, you don't need that, man. Like, or just wanting companionship or just being bored. Like, all of that can come out of just me not realizing my worth.
Yeah.
So that I feel like that can be looking for love in the wrong place because I'm blind by my own insecurities.
Ooh, that's valid.
You know,
That's super valid.
Yeah, not letting it be for what it is. Like this man is not it.
Yeah.
But you're trying to make it it.
And I think, okay, so I spoke about this before of like, well, just recently of like talking about loneliness, right? I think sometimes like I get into thinking of like past spaces I've been in and like connections I've made. I think I was in a space in my life where I was lonely. Okay. And so because I was lonely, I was just like, I just need to make a connection with anything. Or somebody. And I think a part of your like talking about insecurities is like, you're not secure in being with yourself and being alone because of fear of like being lonely or needing that companionship. And so you accept anything and all things that you feel like simulate love.
Right.
So I think that's a valid point. Damn, love yourself.
Yeah. I would say that like the other thing, social media also like pushes a lot of like fake. Paints this big ass picture like, oh, this is what it's supposed to be. So you go on Instagram.
Yeah.
Oh, you start liking pictures, or you go on Instagram and you start posting things of how, you know, you think somebody's gonna come to you, and that ain't doing nothing for you.
I constantly have to remind myself too, like people are not putting the real shit on social media.
That is
they're not putting, hey, like we actually, we're in Bora Bora, but we just got in a big ass argument. And so now we're not even happy. We're just like stewing in this argument.
Did you see that recent like thing on TikTok where it was bringing up some, it's gonna make sense. Where Monica punched Brandy in the face.
Hey.
And they had to go on stage and act like the boy was mine.
The boy is mine. And she was smiling ear to ear. Come on, Monica.
I'm trying to tell you. And just deck this girl in the face. But that's
it's not funny. You shouldn't punch people in the face.
We don't promote violence. But the picture was, oh, they just
this beautiful moment. Yeah.
Backstage, they just got into it.
Well, one got busy though.
One got busy. One just got
busied on.
Yeah. But that's how social media low key, like they just.
That's no. That's super valid. I've had to like because I'm like, you know, trying to be more of a presence on social media and like creating content.
Right.
That's something I have to repeat to myself all the time.
Yeah.
Like, no, I am worthy. I am all the things above.
Facts.
And I feel like, too, going to your point of like self-love, I think that's valid because I feel like we're in this day and age where we look to other things, and it doesn't necessarily have to be people, but we look to other things to like fulfill us or make us happy or make us feel like we're worthy. And so I think it's important, and do what you need to do in order to get that. I think sometimes we think, oh, I have to, you know what I mean? I have to look a certain way. I have to wear a certain thing. Yeah. I have to, you know, say or act. Be yourself. And I think do what you need to do in order to get there. Like if you need to do a social media cleanse, do that.
Yeah.
If you need to go on a, like, you know, I'm not really a retreat girly. I haven't been on retreats.
Not since like I was in high school.
Yeah, I did in high school. But like if you are somebody that needs to go on a retreat or you need to like do certain
Stop going
things.
Out,
in order to like balance yourself out. Because I will say, I feel like life is so fast paced. And so it's very easy to get caught up and lost into the like zhuzh and bullshit of it all. Yeah. Like do what you need to do for yourself.
Seriously, because that's basically why like I pumped a lot of my like partying and my going out and just entertaining a lot of shit that don't matter. Yeah. After I stopped doing that, I spent a lot of time with myself and starting to get those revelations. So no, that's really good, valid points. Like you got to take the time for you. For sure.
Take the time for you. That was good. Okay, this was a great session. I want to thank you again for coming on. This was great. Super organic.
It was.
No GMO. Do you have any last like words? Any like before you drop the mic and say bye, bitches?
Just stand on business. Okay?
Period.
If you're gonna do it, do it. If you don't know you're gonna do it, don't say you're gonna do it. Okay? Girl, let that man go. If he ain't living up to what you want him to live up to.
He's not a good man, Savannah.
Okay, let him go. He's not a good man. He is going through a trying time. Let him go. It's okay. I know it's gonna hurt your feelings, but let him go. Because I'm talking to you, talking to myself, for real. But just, you know, be okay with the decisions you make, for real. And understand that everything happens for a reason. If it's for you, it'll be for you.
Period. In the good words.
Sexual chocolate. If y'all seen Coming to America, y'all know where that's from. I hate her.
Oh, but as always, like, comment, share, subscribe, repost. Be on the lookout for the reels because there's a lot from just this one episode. As always, peace, love, stay blessed, stay black. I don't know.
Chicken grease.
Okay.
Bye.
You can trust in me. I can. You said.